Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. We have a detailed version of what is in my golf bag, all the specs of all the clubs I use, gappings, all the little toys, things I use to keep my golf game dialed. We're going to start down the bottom with the wedges. Takomo Athlete here, Skyforger wedges. We have 52 degree and 60 degree. But just to help with that gapping, I have strengthened the 60 degree to a 59 and I've weakened the 52 to a 53 degree to help that combo, get a little tighter. And then pitching wedge sits at about 47, which we'll get into shortly. But yeah, Takomo is releasing some new wedges, so I'm probably going to go back to like a 56 in here, maybe even trial the 46 or 48 in the wedge that I've never done before. So I might drop the pitching wedge, but an updated version will come. So those are KBS, I think it's about 120 shaft. They play about 3/4 of an inch longer. I have my wedges a little bit flatter than the rest of my clubs, so these are just at standard lie angle, so probably plays one up with the added length. So the current setup I'm rocking is actually 13 clubs. So I do sometimes add this 14th club in, which is an old school Shark 61 degree, bent to like 62 or 63, so you get a lot more loft out of that. And it's got a super sharp leading edge, so it's really thin, really low bounce. And what that allows me to do is cut the legs off it from short-sided positions. Bunker shots become really easy with this. Just helps eliminate that short side shot a little bit more. Moving into the irons. I've been rocking the 301 MB from Takomo for a while. Love this head. All the clubs just look so clean to the eye. I came from a Titleist MB, which was a little slimmer, a little harder to hit. Just the forgiveness this blade has. Like, I know blades aren't supposed to be forgiving, but a little bit of relief heel toe, I love it, but it still looks super slim when you look down at it. Still gets beautiful spin. I don't feel like there's no flag I can fade it or hook it into. Like, I just feel like I can get it a lot of flags with this style of clubs. Love the strike, love the sound, love how it even interacts with the turf as well. So that goes from pitching wedge up to 5-iron. I did play the 4-iron MB for a little bit, but I did swap it out for a special 4-iron that we're about to get into. So the specs of these clubs are one upright, 3/4 of an inch longer. I've got the KBS Tour 130X shaft. The reason I like this shaft is it is a hair softer than the X100 Dynamic Gold. And I felt like I can swing a little smoother with a shaft like this, and I can still get the speed, and I can get the whip, and I can get the lag. So it's a 130X, but to me in my feels, it feels a little softer than the shafts I was playing. Grips, I'm rocking the Iomic. I'm not actually sure what they're called. These are a mid-size, and I pack them up by about 4 extra tapes. So I like my grips big. I really feel like that helps sort of stabilize the hands and keeps those hands just, full with the club. Don't like keeping it skinny and whippy and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, loving the Takomo irons. They are awesome. Highly recommend, even if you're on edge about the blade, maybe just get the blade, give it a try. They're not that hard to hit. They're very achievable. So now, the reason I dropped the MB 4-iron is because I rock a 2-iron. I found the MB just didn't quite keep up with the gapping. I felt like there was too much of a gap between the 4-iron MB and my 2-iron driving iron. What I have done is, it's actually a 3-iron shaft in my 4-iron, so that gives it a little bit more length. And I've gone for the 101T. So this is kind of like the cavity back. I think they're slightly hollowed out. They just give me a little bit more trampoline effect and I can get a touch more ball speed. Also like the look of it too. There's not too much offset or anything going on there. I think it's very good looking cavity back club. So I'm sure these are beautiful to play through the set if you're after that kind of medium player's distance iron. I think they're awesome. Feel confident with it. Okay, moving on up. This is actually my real favorite club. Takomo, again, have done a super good job with the 2-iron. This is a slightly more cavity back. I would say they've designed it as a slightly more higher launch iron. I've got an 80X hybrid KBS shaft in here. Just the combination of that graphite and this head, man, it's so easy to work. I can hit draws, I can hit fades, I can hit this low, I can hit this high. It's just off the tee, off the deck. I don't know, I just haven't come across a club I've loved this much before. This is the backup playing club the top couple are failing, this can still get out there. Hit a high draw with this, hit a low stinger hook with this, it can get out there. Or I can hit the cut quite easily, or I can, get it to land soft. I feel like this just has every shot. It is perfect for me. I think they run them in the 3 and the 4 iron. So I highly recommend getting your hands on this style of driving iron. Honestly, I think even 20 handicappers could, if you don't quite like hybrids, a 20 handicapper could potentially even hit the 3 and 4 iron in this just because of the profile of the head and the way it wants to launch the ball up. So getting into the big clubs here, I actually chop and change quite a bit. So I'll talk you through my gamers first, and then I'll talk you through my other options. I'm actually rocking my old school 917 Titleist fairway wood. Had it since it came out, which I don't know, 2016, 2017, and 13.5 degree head. It's set down to 12.75, I think, and a little bit upright, and it just comes out hot. I can also hit the little spin cutter, but I don't know, it's a hot 3 wood. Diamana 80 gram X shaft. I think I tipped it a little bit, so it's a little stiffer up here. It's an awesome club that I've hit so many shots with. Don't want it to break. Face is still reasonably good. Driver, recently chucked this cool head cover in. Sort of similar vibe with the driver at the moment. I've only just put this back in play. This is a Titleist TSI2. It's just such an old school stable head again. I put it in the bag for accuracy reasons. I feel like it didn't quite need the distance but yeah, I've just built it to be really short. So it's an 8 degree head, sometimes played at 7.25 and a little bit upright. Weight port at the back, stabilizes the head. I think off-centered strikes of this is really nice. Shaft wise, super stiff 75X white Tensai. This thing is a blank post. And I've tip cut it by a lot. So the tip cut really stabilizes the torque profile, helps reduce a lot of spin that I've found and stabilize those off-center hits. And it plays a lot shorter too. So I think it's being like re-swing weighted or whatever to match because it's been cut down. Yeah, I think it plays like 44 and a 5, 44.5. Highly recommend. Trial a shorter driver if you're struggling with driver. I think it's a great piece. Like I probably hit this about 15 meters less than my other driver. I don't think I need that 15 meters when I'm actually trying to play golf. So these are the ones that sort of come in and out of the bag. Sometimes I rock in the Takomo Ignis fairway wood. This is definitely a higher launching, higher spinning fairway wood spin. So it depends how I'm swinging. I might chuck that in the bag. This is the beast. Tour Edge, have the head at 8 degrees, weight port at the front. Low spinning head. I've got a fractionally lighter shaft in this driver. It's got a little bit more of a mid kick, so it's like a 70 gram X. But yeah, it just feels a little softer than the other one. I played this at 45 and a half. But yeah, I can whip this through a few miles an hour quicker than the Titleist. Definitely ball speed's probably up a little bit on this, and spin is way down. This is a very low spinning head. So yeah, I reckon there's about 15 meters difference in that. The money maker. Old school again. I'm a very reluctant guy to change putter. Probably my whole golf career, 5-6 putters I reckon. And I've been playing golf forever. White hot, super soft face. Love this face. I feel like there's some grooves on this face that help give me the good roll. Love the sight lines on it too. So the 3 dot runs onto the ball really nicely with the vivid line. I think I've got it about 36, and I love the boxed edge grip and pin grip. So this grip's quite big. I love to feel stable in the hands. And this putter as well also just sits a little more upright than some other putters. So I putt really well with it, really good on the short ones, and just the overall feel, I think I'm just very fine tuned to it. Got a little extra lead tape on there as well. Always liked having a heavier putter head, so most of my putters have a little extra lead tape on it. For those wondering, it's a white hot RX number 7. It's old. Tour sticks. Got these custom from a guy in America. Bubba Whips, he stamps his logo there, and then he stamped Efficient Golf, which is my coaching company here. You can choose double color through here. I just went the green, sort of turquoisey green, and sort of black in there, and then on these nice brown sticks. So definitely check out Bubba Whips. So to get data, to dial in my game, to dial in my students' game, GC Quad Guy, heaps of cool data, set my laptop up with that. Yeah, top of the range, just awesome tool to have, and it helps me calibrate my swing from the phone as in slow-mo reference, and then calibrate it to what the numbers is, so I can paint the picture on the image and paint the picture with what's happening down there at impact. So go see a coach, Go to a Trackman or GC Quad Studio, whatever. Bag itself, beautiful Takomo bag. This bag is just money. It's kind of that leathery, dark feel, heaps of space, high quality zips, pockets, all that, love that. Water bottle, big spring water guy, so I always fill this up before I leave the house with the spring water that I buy each week. Chief, they're one of my sponsors as well, so heaps of beautiful snacks, really high quality stuff, beef liver tablets, protein powders, clean stuff. I usually stock the bag full of them. What do we got in here? We have Gravity Fit Band, something you can put over your shoulder blades, do swing work with. I do it for myself just to activate the body, get my students to do it as well, stabilize a lot of positions. The pouch, tees, ball markers, some older gloves sit in here. It's easy for me to just rip that out, dig away at that. I won't get into everything, but you know, I've got a couple of cool markers that I like to use. Got this little triangle Rarotongan $2 coin. Got a couple of Guatemalan and Colombian dollars. A couple of golf course markers like Tara Edie, Reflection Bay, a few Las Vegas courses. My favorite one, when I feel like I need that, I don't know, a little bit of luck. I'm not superstitious, but sometimes I like to just get my lucky coin out. I found this coin, there it is, on a golf hole in New Zealand at the bottom of this valley after I just made a hole-in-one. So it was a 210 meter par 3. It's a beast, Taupo 18th hole. Let me know in the comments if you've played that course or if you know. Centennial Golf Course Taupo, middle of the North Island. Ripped 6-iron downwind, one hop slam dunk in the hole, walk down, find this 1 penny. So this 1 penny is from 1907 and it's going to be hard to see, but it's got this like Spartan soldier on here. So it's pretty cool. Very sentimental to me. I thought it was pretty cool. Make an ace and then go find this dope coin. And that was in 2014. I've made 4 hole-in-ones, all in the space of 2 years. So between 2012 and 2014, 4 hole-in-ones. Haven't had one since. Massage gun, vibrate, get the body away, get the shoulders away, quick little zap. Sunblock, it's a cool little putting aid. I do have another putting mat that has an arcing stroke, which I like. But I like this, you can just tinker with how tight you want the stroke to be up here, and then how tight you want the ball exit to be by just turning these knobs. So that's the putting thing. You know, wrench, everyone should have a wrench. You might need to unscrew the heads, tighten them up, or screws, whatever. Tape, plasters, and chewing gum. Golf balls I'm rocking currently. Volley, really high quality ball. Literally feels like a Pro V1. Rangefinder, I've always been a Vivid guy. Like just kind of a mid line on the Vivid. Clamp the ball, do a big line like so on there. Goes with my putter really nicely. It helps give me the end over end kind of look to it all. Bit of cash just for some money matches. We've got a power bank in there. Got some more chewing gum. Deodorant, very important. Don't hit that clubhouse smelling bad after you're around. Quick little roll on. Sometimes I got little colognes in there too. Microphone case, you never know when you gotta chuck a little coaching video out there on course. Fresh gloves. In that bag there's some older gloves for practice or warm up. But Weekend Warriors do one of the best gloves I have come across. Super premium quality. Just love these things. Here's obviously a fresh one. Keep some fresh ones on hand. This is something you guys have to invest in. Fresh glove makes all the difference. Looks good, feels so good on the club, stabilizes the hands, it helps the golf swing. You can swing harder, you can keep the face more stable. Just look at that bad boy. Really nice materials. White. They do a few with the banded colors, blue, camo, things like that, you know, pure white. In here, I usually keep a reasonably washed Weekend Warriors jersey. This is one of their new ones actually. They've just dropped the quarter zip, the black one here. So that is like light. You put an undershirt on or you put a little jersey on top. You can have it in cold weather, but you know, super summery, super easy to swing in. Just love the materials. And yeah, it's like that kind of medium fit, not too baggy, not too tight. It's just, yeah, I think it would fit a lot of body types and it goes really good. Last couple of things. Stretchy band, a few little curls, bicep curls, wake the body up, a few air squats. You know, it's a workout in the golf bag, just sitting there. Snacks, a lot of biltong in the bag. It's just that easy snack that you can keep in the bag. You don't even have to worry about. I do take fruit and sandwiches and things like that to the course or buy some at the turn. Cheeky gummy lollies, never know when you need that little sugar hit. A few Baroccas or electrolyte tablets, they sit in the bag just well. I think that's everything. Oh, here we go. I change up the towel every now and again. This is kind of like a spacey one at the moment. Sometimes I rock the PGA tag, but right now we're just rocking good old Tara Edie, which is just the best golf course in the world. Thanks guys for watching this video. and listening to me talk about my bag. Like, subscribe, and see you next time.